Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home?
A lot of the talk coming in focused on the backcourts, Richard. Both teams have outstanding guard play.
And that means we should see some creative offense. I love skill play at any position, but it's often the guards that will leave you speechless.
Now let's take a look at the Kings' opening lineup. The vet pair on the wings with Levine at the 2, DeRozan at the 3. Then it's Keegan Murray. Then there's Russell Westbrook.
Come on now, what a talent. Slips through the lane and just flushes it home.
Oh, the D feeling some shame right there. That was big league. To the inside. It's blocked by Gobert. Outside McDaniels. Fades and shoots. And he wills that one in. Sinking it right through the back of the iron.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Randall outside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, Randall put some extra on that slam, entertaining the fans and the broadcasters.
DiVincenzo with the steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Edwards looking for an opening. Hits the trifecta.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
Levine against Edwards. Pass to Westbrook. DeRozan, left side. A shot to stop the run. Randall pulls down the board.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
For 3, DiVincenzo. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And now a quick look at the NBA assist leaders over the last 10 games. It's the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Number 5 is Russell Westbrook.
He's making a lot of friends with the way he's been moving the ball, setting up his teammates nicely in their favorite spots.
And here are the Timberwolves. A nice run going, 12 in a row. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Timberwolves this summer signing extensions to keep their elite front court intact. In bringing back Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they maintain a team strength, one that seems more necessary than ever in the loaded West, guys.
Making the commitment. Okay, thanks for the report, Shams.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Now here's Murray. 15 in his last outing. DeRozan outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Gobert. And another miss by Sacramento.
0 for 4 to start things off. Got a bit of a pillow fight brewing here, but they're going to get it going.
Here's Randall. Another one falls for Minnesota.
I mean, just hitting all their shots early. What an offensive game plan. It must be the coaching.
And timeout called by Doug Christie. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside Levine. They set a pick. Inside to win the drought. And it's good on the lay-in.
Getting this one to fall hopefully gets things rolling. Their first make out of 5 shots.
Outside Edwards. Beyond the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Edwards got 6 points.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
To the paint. Here's Westbrook. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I love the power behind Westbrook's finish. He just dares the defense to get in his way.
DeRozan against McDaniels. DiVincenzo pass to McDaniels. And here's Edwards outside. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for Sacramento. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
It's just so difficult to win when you waste as many chances at the line as they did.
Oh, that is well said. They're being handed free points and just couldn't convert.
Now here's Randall. And here's Edwards outside. Sinks it from distance. He's got 12. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
Gobert, that's good.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. I asked him about DeMar DeRozan, specifically how you defend him from the mid-range. He said, quote, "It's tough because his footwork is so good. Our goal is to try to push him out farther and make him take threes if possible. And we'll live with those results. We'll see if their defense is up for the task at hand." Back to you guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Now here's Levine. No made baskets yet. And another miss by Sacramento.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Sacramento shooting just 22% in the early stages of this one. Westbrook drawing the double. Sacramento passing it around. And it's DeRozan missing.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Edwards against Levine. Oh, yes!
Whoa.
Throw it down!
Oh! They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Levine. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
Well, I'm wondering, RJ, do you think we'll see a Zach LaVine highlight dunk tonight?
Yeah, B.A., most nights we normally do. Something else also, I've come to expect shooting sprees from Zach. This man can rattle off 3 and 4 and a quarter like it's nothing.
Here's Westbrook following the three-pointer by Minnesota. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. DeRozan for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Edwards from behind the arc. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Westbrook drawing the double. Outside Levine. Down low. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
Some changes for Minnesota. Reed comes in for Randall. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. Achua's checked in for the Kings. Monk comes in for Zach LaVine.
Oh, flawless start for him here in the first quarter.
Conley against Westbrook. It's Monk on the wing. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And how about the vision he displayed? Great job getting others involved and piling up the assists.
Will it go? And it's DeRozan missing.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Here's McDaniels. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Shot is good by Edwards.
Oh, it's just raining threes for them early.
Westbrook against Edwards. Westbrook right side. And the layup is good. Westbrook's got his second basket of the night.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Edwards. Here he goes.
Oh my, Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little with that one.
Here's Westbrook. 17 points for him last game against Denver.
And a big part of that was his aggressiveness drawing contact and getting to the line.
And Edwards with the basket on the assist by Conley. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. And stolen by Edwards. Let's go with a 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Monk. And no good. The dry spell continues. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Here's Edwards. Plenty of space. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Edwards got 40 points.
Oh, that's a sweet move, guys. That's how you humiliate someone on the court.
Ooh, you can break all the ankles you want. You still got to knock down the shot, and he nails it.
He's led the league before in blocks, and Gobert, one of the best.
Shot clock and game clock separated by... And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Outside Achua, on the wing DeRozan. It'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Well, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Dillingham out there with Mike Conley. And it's Clark in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Last season, Richard, the Kings traded away De'Aaron Fox after 7 years with the organization.
And remember, they chose to trade Tyrese Halliburton in an attempt to build around Fox. And now they're both gone. Sacramento is right back at square one.
Randall, good.
Another turnover leads to another bucket at the other end.
Randall's gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. Knocked loose. Stolen by Conley. Clark outside. Outside Reed takes a three. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Now here's Schroeder. No points so far. Monk passes to Eubanks. No good again that time. And so Randall will bring it up for Minnesota. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one in Sacramento.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
And they have to clean that up. Play smart and value the ball.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Following the score by Minnesota. Pass to Monk. Back to Achua. With his first shot attempt. Minnesota with a rebound. Fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Left side Achua. Outside Monk. Pass to Levine. 6 to shoot. Achua inside. Randall's there. Achua can't hit.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Now here's Reed. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Golden State.
And how about the vision he displayed? Great job getting others involved and piling up the assist.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And we're going to have a jump ball. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. For three, Randall, he's locked in. Dreams his fifth shot in as many attempts.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Now here's Achua. Yet to see a basket. Fast break, Minnesota. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's Randall with the jam.
Yeah, great teamwork. Randall has a terrific connection with his teammates. Love when he goes after those alley-oops.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. You look forward to working with someone like that. Back to you.
Has them bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Edwards is checked in. DeRozan is checked in for Sacramento. 5 to shoot. Achua with a screen on Clark. Here's Levine. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. The Timberwolves have gotten all 8 shots to go. A perfect second quarter so far.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Tipped.
Yeah, nice swat by Randall, using his size and good anticipation to get in the shooter's way.
Rudy Gobert is checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Clark. Sacramento also making some changes. Keegan Murray comes in for Monk. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Schroeder. Pass to Achua. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. And checking out some numbers for Dante DiVincenzo. And so it's Minnesota with it. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. It'll be game number 2 in their 5-game homestand.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Now here's Westbrook, continuing to put up the points, averaging 14 per game. On the wing, DeRozan. To the middle. Here's Achua. Soft touch off the glass. Achua's got his first points of the game.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Outside Edwards. Fires from deep. Good! Another from 3.
And and he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in. Back to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Levine for 3. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 5 rebounds in the game. Well, Grant, we are creeping closer to the halfway point of the season, and some teams have really found their identity.
Yeah, that's right, B.A. We know who most of these squads are now, and their opponents do too. And as the year goes on, the better the scouting reports get.
And so here's Sacramento, following the three-pointer by Minnesota. Levine against Edwards. Westbrook right side. And it's blocked by Edwards.
Yeah, good anticipation helps Edwards see the shot forming. Then his speed gets him there for the block.
McDaniels from long range. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Double D has that soft touch, and it serves him well on that interior.
Randall inside, defended by Murray. McDaniels from long range. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist. McDaniels got 15 points. Westbrook, the pass to Achua. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Outside Edwards. Outside McDaniels. From outside the arc. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. To the paint. Naz Reid's checked in for Minnesota. Now here's Conley. He has 6. And here's Edwards. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game.
Now it's a 4-way tie between himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Damian Lillard.
Reid brings the double. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard. And here's Edwards. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Well, the Kings shooting just 21% from the floor. Westbrook against McDaniels. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Reid. And here are the Timberwolves. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And here's Edwards. And again for 3.
There it is, a shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing.
Yeah, amazing indeed. 14 triples alongside Captain Klay Thompson, that is.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need to connects again from distance.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful 3.
It's a new single-game high-water mark for triples.
Yeah, making waves and passing the splash brother, Klay Thompson. 15 threes and counting.
And when it comes to getting high-percentage looks, here are the big men who know how to get it done. Rudy Gobert on top.
He just looks in control and confident on the offensive end, not rushing anything, and as a result, he's shooting a high percentage from the field.
And here's Edwards outside. Good! Another from 3. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Pass to DeRozan. Here's Murray. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Edwards. Again! What an avalanche! 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Westbrook taking his time here. Pass to DeRozan. Inside, looking to end the run, and finished off by Murray as he lays it in.
Yeah, just a solid play by Murray. He knows where to get his shots.
And here's Minnesota now. And here's Edwards outside. And it's good! He hits another one!
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. Here's the pick. Here's Westbrook. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Here's Edwards. Oh, another one falls.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Edwards for 3. Connects again from distance. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
And through the first half, a pretty lot.
Hi, everyone. We've got the second game of the NBA Cup group stage for these two teams. Though this one has a little more meaning than your average regular season game. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Here's a look at some of the stats for Damian Lillard.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. In at the guard spots, Lillard and Sharp. Avdia out there with Rob Williams. And it's Kamare in at the 3 slot. And for Houston, Stephen Curry's out there with Michael Jordan. Then there's Bird. Then it's Olajuwon. And it's Garnett in at the 4 spot. And for these teams, tonight's game will count not only towards their regular season records, but also as their second game of NBA Cup group play.
A higher level of attention. All these games nationally televised, so how will players perform with the light shining brightest?
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
Williams kicks to Avdia. Here's Kamare. Off target with his 3. Here's Jordan. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
There's a ferocity and intensity to Jordan, but he also has the finesse and skill.
Now, here's Sharp. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. This one for 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Houston has come out of the gates quickly. Their last win put them into double digits with 10 in a row. Wow, quite a stretch.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, a major story for the Trailblazers. I'm told the team sale is taking place. Commissioner Adam Silver says the league prefers they stay put in Portland, but a new arena will likely be needed. The Moda Center, one of the league's oldest arenas that have not yet undergone major renovations, and the Blazers have played there since 1995.
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans, don't we? All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Hey guys, every team in the league is looking for a long athletic wing defender, and the Portland Trailblazers have been especially keen on stockpiling them. As they look to acquire their future franchise players, they want a ready-made roster full of versatile 3-and-D role players to surround them. Back to you guys.
A good strategy. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. And they call the 8-second violation too much time getting it up court. So for the Rockets, LeBron's checked in for Garnett, and it's Bryant in for Larry Bird. Grant, he's checked in for Portland. Henderson comes in for Sharp. Now, here's Avdia. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
I think everybody in the building expecting him to make that collective shot.
For 3, Kobe, and another 3 for Houston.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Great open look there. Curry's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And so it's Houston, controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Back right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Holiday in the backcourt with Henderson to his side. And at the small and power forwards, it's Thibault and Grant. And it's Klingon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Bryant able to elevate and levitate once he takes flight. Just enjoy the show, folks.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view.
Right here.
Going inside, and Kobe throws it down.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team. Houston's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless, 6 for 6 tonight. Clark, perhaps the biggest surprise of last season, the Houston Rockets.
For sure. I mean, they hadn't even made the play-in tournament in 2024. Just with internal development and improvement, ended up as the 2 seed in the stacked West. You've got to give Ime Udoka and his staff tremendous credit.
And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers. Houston making some changes. Garnett comes in for Nowitzki. And it's Jordan in for Bryant. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Donovan Clingan. Toumani Camara comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Shaden Sharp's checked in for Henderson. And Lillard subbed in for Drew Holiday. Here's Williams. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Grant, kicks it out to Lillard. Jordan comes with the double team. Just 5 on the clock. Sharp, the pass to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Houston's gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks. Jeremy Grant began his career as an activity role player, but he's been adding layers. He said at the start, whatever I needed to do to get on the court, whether it was defense, rebounding, blocking shots, I was going to do it. I wanted to see what I was capable of, so I put a lot of work in expanding my role. Kevin?
Thank you, Allie. Kamare misses.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
The three, and there's Michael Jordan, the assist by LeBron. Jordan's got 6.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
And it's Lillard missing.
I think adrenaline was a factor there. He wanted to hit that answer 3 so badly.
Garnett kicks to LeBron. Back to Garnett. Fires from deep. Jordan passes to Garnett. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Garnett really comfortable shooting as soon as he catches it. He's got a lot of confidence in his jump shot.
To the middle. Here's Williams. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
And boy, what a much-needed bucket there. Ends a 16-0 run by the Rockets.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Portland Trailblazers.
Jacking up that many wild threes, you know Coach is going to be giving you an earful.
Yeah, but who's calling the plays? Who can put the game plan together? Coach should be yelling in the mirror.
All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
And for their matchup with the Mavericks, it should reveal a lot about themselves, where they are currently, and where they need to improve.
And if they were to somehow win this, that would speak volumes as well. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Some say, Clark, the game has lost its physicality, with fewer fouls called on average than in any previous decade.
You know, I don't necessarily fully agree with that, Kevin. Sure, the game is still physical. Some of the hard fouls, and because the game was played closer to the basket in the past, lent itself to more fouls being called and more bumping and thumping. It's more perimeter. Oriented now, but I don't know if it's necessarily less physical. And I don't actually mind fewer foul calls. I like the players being able to play and put the ball in the basket as much as possible.
Bird out there with Garnett, and it's Michael Jordan, then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Olajuwon in at the center position. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Outside Curry. Lets it go from deep, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Back to Lillard. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Garnett.
Not the start you want coming out of the locker room, missing three straight like that.
Clark, he just rocked the rim.
Insanity on display right there. Wow. Woo. KG taking no prisoners and dropping the hammer down. Well, what a nice throwdown by Kevin Garnett.
And before last season, Ime Udoka turned heads when he said the Rockets, Clark, had playoff aspirations.
Well, kudos to Ime Udoka. I mean, very few people believed they would make the playoffs in the stacked Western Conference, and no one saw them finishing as a 2 seed. They didn't meet expectations. They exceeded them.
Curry dishes to Bird. Driving in. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And stolen by Jordan. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And that one is good. Jordan's got 8 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Jordan against Sharp. Williams passes to Avdia. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 on the shot clock. Olajuwon over with the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Garnett outside. That's good, and it's Olajuwon with the assist. Garnett's got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Houston on top, rolling through the final minutes of the quarter on a... And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. In at the guard spots, Lillard and Sharp. Toumani Camara is out there with Deni Avdija. And it's Williams at the center filling out the middle. Nailed from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Rockets.
Hey, D up on Dang.
Outside, Avdia. Lillard outside. Pass to Kamare for the three. The rebound by Kobe Bryant. Now the Rockets with it. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
There's the double team with Pippen, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. From deep, James, and another three for Houston.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And the wide open shot from Avdia. And again, unable to change momentum here. Now here's Nowitzki. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Houston.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so, created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take.
Oh, it just pounded in! Pounded in!
Goodness! Oh! Woo! How about that?
46 seconds left to play here in the fourth. To the paint, here's Williams, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier, before the game was out of reach.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Sharp finds Kamara, and Portland turns it over again. Here's Houston now. They're on a 17-4 run. Here's Pippen, and then Pippen slams it in.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
So we see Houston taking the W here, and they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format, you need a third win in the group stage. So with 2 games left, they're in great position.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Stephen Curry.